Welcome to Art Bytes, short encounters with the collection of the Marianna Kistler Beach Museum of Art. I'm Catherine Slodzik. I'm the Associate Curator of Education, and I am your host today. In the spirit of the season, I'd like to share this greeting card entitled Peace by Anton Refregier. Anton Refregier was born in 1905 in Moscow, moved to Paris at age 14, and immigrated to the United States in 1920. He attended the Rhode Island School of Design, and after graduating in 1925, moved to New York City and worked for interior design decorators, creating replicas of famous French paintings. In 1927, he returned to Europe and studied in Munich with Hans Hofmann. From 1935 to 1940, he worked for the WPA, which, like many other artists, gave him a living wage during the Great Depression. His most famous work, which is featured in this slide, was for the Federal Art Project of the Works Project Administration. It's a mural called The History of San Francisco, and it's located at the Rincon Post Office. Drawings for this mural were featured in the exhibition Celebrating Heroes at the Beach Museum of Art in 2019. The mural was commissioned in 1941, but was halted due to World War II, and he completed it between 1946 and 1948. He broke from the WPA tradition of painting images of hard work ending economic hardships, and instead chose to include in his mural the more controversial events from California history, such as the land stolen from indigenous people, anti-Chinese riots, and the waterfront strike of 1934. Refregier believed that art must address itself to contemporary issues, and that a mural painting in particular must not be banal, decorative embellishment, but a meaningful, significant, powerful plastic statement based on the history and lives of the people. This work became one of the most controversial of all of the WPA projects, sparking national debate, with many labeling Refregier as a communist. And here you see War and Peace, and you see the whole idea of pulling nations together after World War II. After the conflict, Refregier continued to work as an artist, teacher, professor, and judge for various competitions. He created prints and textiles for the Associated American Artists and was professor of painting at Bard College in New York from 1962 to 64. In 1968, he signed the Writers and Editors War Tax Protest Pledge, vowing to refuse tax payments in protest against the Vietnam War. Refregier died in 1979 in Moscow, where he was working on a mural for a medical center in his home city. And here you see from the Beach Museum of Art, two pieces called Pioneer Pathways that were done for the Associated American Artists. One is textile, the other set is ceramics. And these were marketed through Macy's. The featured print, Peace, was created as a New Year's greeting sometime between 1950 and 1959. Peace and other vertical prints were included as illustrations for Walter Lowenfeld's poetry project, Song of Peace. The work is based on poems by Paul Eluard, Nicholas Guillen, Horace M. Luukkonen, Gabriel Mistel, Václav Nezval, and Tu Fu. And you see here the cover, signatures, and some of the poetry that was included in that book. It's interesting that despite Refregier's focus on contemporary issues and the nitty-gritty of life, his annual Christmas cards sent to friends over the years focused on peace. And these are two more of his Christmas cards. The second was sent to Jacob Kanan, another artist who was a friend. Associated American Artists, that commercial enterprise that was developed to popularize art, was led by Reeves Lewenthal, and they published many sets of holiday greeting cards, and Peace was the chosen card for 1968. Enjoy a last look at the card from Songs of Peace, and I am going to read the poem to you. Peace. On old copybooks, on my school desk, on treetops, I write your name. On all pages anyone ever read, on all white pages made of stone, blood, paper, or cinders, I write your name. On jungles, on deserts, on eagles' nests, on echoes of my childhood, I write your name. On the marvels of night, on the day's white bread, on seasons that love each other, I write your name. On my faded blue rags, on the mutiny pool of the sun, on the living lake of the moon, I write your name. On fields across the horizon, on wings of birds, on shadows behind the mill, I write your name. On every puff of dawn, on the sea, on ships, on crazy mountain tops, I write your name. I think we all would like a little peace this year. Thank you.